Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in to another video. So Blizzard recently released a pretty big patch for Overwatch, and in it includes Sombra, a new hero. You have the arcade with a lot of different game modes, and also some hero tweaks, some balance tweaks that change things up a bit. But another thing that they changed was the way the experience system works, how you gain experience in the game, and in turn, how you get loot boxes, because I think that's why most people want to gain experience, is to get those loot boxes. So I want to talk about these changes to the experience system, because it might affect the way you play Overwatch. So in the old system, the amount of experience points required to level up and get a loot box would start off pretty low in the beginning and eventually saturate at about level 23. And from level 23 to level 100, it would just stay the same. That means it's kind of a grind after that, right? From 23 to 100. Now after level 100, you would prestige. You would get a new portrait and your experience curve would reset, meaning that from level 101 to 123, it would follow that same curve in the beginning, that rising curve of experience needed to get a loot box. Now some people used this opportunity to gain loot boxes very quickly every 100 levels. So what they would do is they would level up to 100 or some multiple of 100, they would prestige, and then they would stop playing the game in order to save that level 1 to 23 experience boost. They would save that for seasonal events because those loot boxes are very special. In the new system, they don't reset the experience curve every 100 levels anymore. You still get that curve in the beginning from the early levels, but after level 100, it doesn't reset anymore. It just stays saturated and stays constant forever, essentially. Now, the total amount of experience points needed to reach level 100, so every 100 levels, is about the same because the place it saturates at is a little bit lower than before. But you won't get that burst of loot boxes every 100 levels anymore. And they mainly did this because they didn't want people to stop playing the game simply because of loot boxes. Now for some people, they might be a little bit bummed out about this because they liked the idea of getting a lot of loot boxes very quickly during seasonal events. Seasonal events have very rare skins, very cool looking skins that are not always going to be available. And so it was kind of a neat idea to wait every 100 levels in order to maximize the amount of loot boxes that you could get for free, I guess. You could always buy them, but I don't think that they wanted to do that. They wanted to try and get as many free loot boxes as possible by just playing the game. Now, some people might say that, oh, well, they just implemented this new system so that more people would buy loot boxes during seasonal events. And the thing is, Blizzard has said that this is not their intention at all. What they really want is for people to play Overwatch when they want to play it. They don't want some sort of seasonal event to stop them from playing when they've prestiged. Also, they don't want the people who are nowhere close to prestiging to feel left out, like, oh, well, geez, I'm not even close to prestiging. I'm not going to get that burst of loot boxes when the seasonal event starts. They don't want those people to feel like they're left out. Now, not all hope is lost for people who love to get loot boxes. There's always the arcade section of the game, the section that is new that joins quick play and competitive. Now, in the arcade, there's going to be a lot of different game modes, a lot of new things to try, but also special rewards for playing in the arcade. Every 3 wins in the arcade will get you a loot box, up to 3 loot boxes per week. So 9 wins gets you 3 loot boxes per week. Also, it's been confirmed that the experience curve in the arcade is the same as quick play. So actually, the arcade is probably the fastest way to gain loot boxes now. It's probably an incentive to get people to actually play in that section because, you know, quick play is changing now and the arcade mode is brand new. They want people to play the arcade mode so that is not like a wasteland. Now, personally for me, I think this is a pretty good thing, even though I will miss the opportunity to gain those loot boxes really, really quickly. Actually, I only prestiged once, and when I did, I didn't even know about this technique of waiting for seasonal loot boxes when I prestige, because in the beginning, I wasn't actually interested in loot boxes that much at all, or interested in skins. Now I am. I actually almost went 100 levels without opening a loot box, but then I ended up eventually opening them, and that was a lot of fun, I will admit. So I understand people's maybe frustration with this new system because they no longer get that boost, and they also no longer get that feeling of leveling up quickly. Once they level up to that saturation point, it's gonna feel the same every time. It's never gonna there's never gonna be another burst, even not for the loot box. If it was just for the the portrait or for just the experience of leveling up, they won't be able to experience that anymore unless they create a new account. Now, I hope Blizzard has learned something from this experience about the power of these skins. Some of these skins are very good, like that Mercy skin, right? that Witch Mercy skin for Halloween. Oh my gosh, very good. But yeah, the fact that some people were willing to stop playing the game just so they can get some nice cosmetics kind of says something about how people approach this game. It says a few things. One of them is the fact that, okay, maybe these skins are really that good that they're willing to, people are willing to actually stop playing this game. They really want to, but they want to stop because the cosmetics are so good. So awesome job on the cosmetics there. But also it could have been because the game got a little boring, a little repetitive, especially in the older version where there was only quick play and only competitive. There wasn't really much to do after that. It kind of felt old and it kind of felt stale after a while. The same heroes over and over again. And so it was okay to stop playing the game just for the sake of cosmetics. But now with the arcade mode, there seems to be this nice balance of there's a lot of stuff to do in the game, a lot of ways to actually enjoy the game and play the game, but at the same time have awesome skins that people can really go after. So that's the new experience system in Overwatch, but what do you think about it? Do you like the fact that it no longer resets, or are you gonna miss that burst of loot boxes during seasonal events? Let me know in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.